Welcome to Brain Vision.
Okay, so our question says the speed v of an object is given by the equation v is equal to a times t to the third minus b times t, where t refers to the time. And then it says a, what are the dimensions of a and b? And b, what are the SI units for the constants a and b? So first we want to find the dimensions of a and b, and then we want to put those dimensions into our standard SI units, okay? So to find the dimensions of a and b, we need to know some things about algebra. One is that the left side of the equation and the right side of the equation must have the same units in order for them to be equal. So the units of velocity, we'll go ahead and write this out because this is another known that we have. So we'll say this, the units of velocity are the dimensions of the velocity. So v dimension is equal to distance, which a lot of people denote as L divided by time. L over t, okay? And then obviously the dimensions of time is just time, so it's going to be t. Okay, so the dimensions of the left side of the equation are in units of distance over time, and therefore the units of the right side of the equation also have to be distance over time. And so that means a times t to the third has to have the same dimensions as b times t in order for them to be subtracted from one another. In order to add and subtract things, you also have to have like dimensions. So a times t to the third must have the same dimensions as b times t and must have the same dimensions as v. So a times t to the third's dimensions must be the same as v. Therefore, to find the dimensions of a, we need to take the dimensions of v and divide them by the dimensions of t to the third. So we can write this out. A dimensions are equal to v over t to the third. Dimensions. I'll write dim over here to denote that this is all dimensions. Parentheses around that. Okay, well, v over t to the third is L over t to the fourth as far as dimensions go. So let's write this in terms of the dimensions. It's L over t to the fourth. So those, L over t to the fourth, are our dimensions of A. Go ahead and box that in for our dimensions of A. So now let's find the dimensions of B. A little semicolon here to separate these parts. So B's dimensions are going to have to be equal to V divided by T. Little t here. It's got to be the dimensions of V over little t. Okay, well, again, V's dimensions are L over t, capital T, and then dimensions of little t are just capital T for time. So this is L over t squared. Okay, so now we know our dimensions for A and our dimensions for B. Let's go ahead and put those in SI units. So the SI units, I'll write this as SI for A. Well, that's just going to be the SI units for length divided by the SI units for time to the fourth. SI units for length is meters, and for t to the fourth is seconds. Oh, let's write this SI for A so we can distinguish between A and B. It is going to be meters over seconds to the fourth. Okay, and the SI for semicolon, the SI for B then is going to be meters over seconds squared. And all of that is our solution for b. So we can go ahead and box that in.